Hi ho everybody. Let's get on in here to the wonderful cool kitchen stuff pack. Um, so I'm sure y'all are a little tired of building at this point, but we are going to do it again. Specifically because of the cool kitchen kit stuff pack, not kit, stuff pack. We're going to renovate the kitchen, but our first problem is the kitchen isn't big enough. So we are going to move. It can't sit on the edge of the lot. Alt. Okay. And then we move this. Well, we don't have a child to play on it anymore, so we'll just get rid of it. And we'll move this piece. Okay. Move this stuff out of the way real quick. Okay. And we'll put these behind that. And this yeah, we're totally Control Shift C, BB dot move objects. And this goes there. And this stuff goes back here. And we turn this off. No. Okay. This goes. And this one just goes away. And we'll make this room put the walls up. What happened to the door? Um, Control. Okay. Bigger space. And we're getting rid of that stove, and we're putting this over here for a second, because if we get rid of it, I'm always afraid that the food will disappear. And we don't want the food to disappear. The radio is going to go into the living room. We are going to find a way to put it and this thing on this table. Why isn't this 09 thing working? Oh, it's going to take up the whole... Well, what if we just... make the table twice as big? Control Shift C. And then... there. Cheap sink goes away. Cheap counters goes away. We do like our flooring that we got with the Blast from the Past kit thing. So we'll go ahead and use it. But wallpaper, Pat's cool kitchen. Nothing. Okay. Then something, we definitely want wallpaper. We want something foodie. Do 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 do. Do do do. Sell that. Kids floor light? Where did that come from? Get rid of that. All the stuff from the police career, and this needs to go back where we had it. And we'll have to redo that terrain paint. And the roof. Okay. So build ceiling. No. We want a we are going to use a fence. We are going to use a, give me that back. Okay, we are going to use a fence that you can't see through. This one came with perfect patio. It's got that color. Undo that last one. And if we use the gravel delight roof and then put a air conditioning unit up there. All right, making sure that's off. Okay. We'll put more windows in after we have cabinets and whatnot in. Let's go to objects by room, dining room, table, luxury party, holiday, spa. Here we go. Cool. And if we go to chairs, ugh. That's the only chair that came with cool. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're gonna do a nice, comfortable dining chair. That's comfort 1. That's comfort 7. Wow, that's $700 for a chair or simoleons or whatever. Everything else is comfort 1. If anything. So this is as good a comfort as anything else. Or we can go okay. And then we go to kitchen counters. And the ice cream set came with these beautiful things that match the table. Let's start with the door, with the island. If we put an island here, we can go back to the dining room and go to bars. And where is, here it is. The compact bar has that color. And we just, oops, delete that and move that there. Now we have a bar down here. Of course, we have a bar up on the patio as well. And then chime in if you can think of something I'm forgetting. Corner. Corner. Left end. Refrigerator. Smapple. Blue. Green. Blue. Green. Teal. Gray. There's no brown. go with blue. With living room's blue. Well, the living room's teal. So maybe we go with teal. There. Tie in the living room. And stove. Teal. And give me that counter. And back to kitchen. We have a fancy hood. It gives light. And upper cabinets. Plenty of storage. And other kitchen appliances. We need a microwave. Take it over here in the corner. We do not need a coffee pot. Do we want a coffee pot? Yeah, we'll get a coffee pot for now. Coffee pot will go on the end of this bar over here. We don't need drink taste. We need an ice cream machine. The ice cream machine will go right next to the fridge for thematic reasons. The teapot is going to sit right here while we change up this a little bit. We're going to take that and we're going to add that. And we're going to put that over there. Tea and coffee next to each other. Go back to kitchen. And the dishwasher and the best sink we can get and put in some of these windows. Put in a window over the stove. And looking out onto the yard. And then go back to kitchen. Trash can. In a funky color. Get rid of the ugly one. If we go back to our household inventory, we've got our fire alarm, smoke detector right there. Back to my room, bar stools. To match our, what color was this? Is that the same color? Okay. And lighting. And miscellaneous decorations. Let's start at the end. Let's start with the most expensive stuff because we're making a nice, pretty place. What is this? Oh, it's a shelving unit. Okay. Can I entice you into going on the shelf with these things? No. Okay. Can I entice you into going on the stove? No. Put a tea set there and our fruit cake there. Camera, lab canisters, bottle holder. Magazine rack. This gets moved. The phone goes in the kitchen. There. Condiment basket. Do we have a fireplace? Nope. We'll get one with seasons. Roll of paper towels needs to go next to the sink. And if I put it down and then I turn Control-Shift-C, BB dot move objects, and I grab this and move it, I can grab this and it stays at the same height. I need to move it further away. And I can put it here and then move this back. There we go. That's how you do that. And then I turn that back off because okay. I think that is a fairly nice kitchen considering the packs that we currently have available to us. Last thing might be some curtains. Did anything come with cool kitchen? Nope. I don't see a cool kitchen curtain. What exactly is it mad about? The table? Okay, whatever. Little kitchen curtains. Where are the little kitchen curtains? Here we go. And how about a painting? Oh. What about painting? A painting. So living room, paintings and posters. You say something food related? Okay. What do y'all think? Give me a quick idea. Do you think we're done? Type yes or no. Sunny Cactus, are you going to say something? Oh, build mode. All right. All right. So please answer the 2 questions in the chat, and I'll be back after a short break. Go to upgrades or no, it's not done? You don't think it's done, or you don't think we should take the time to upgrade everything? We should just go ahead and move on and upgrade as we go. Type 1 for upgrade as we go, or 2 for do more decorating. Oh, okay. I just reread how I worded those questions, and you're right. One would have a yes answer, and the other one would have a no if we were going to continue. So, should we upgrade all the appliances before continuing? No. So, okay. Then let's save and oh, we forgot the terrain paints. We were doing. Let's start with the eraser. Nice big eraser. Not that big. And we want to get rid of this fridge. And why is this corner funky? That corner is not funky. Why is this corner funky? Okay, sure. We start with sand in a little circle, a little bigger. To make a path down here. And then we add some gravel in a smaller section along the edges. And some mud where feet go. And under plants. And along the foundation. Okay. Let's move this out of the path. There we go. Okay. Does this come in a different color? That's better. That's not better. Okay. All right. There's our little house. Okay. All right. We have a cool kitchen. And I will definitely be using this shot for the thumbnail. This shot right here. This will be the thumbnail. In fact, go ahead and take the snapshot now. Okay. Live mode. Auto light. All the lights. Why did that leave the living room light on? Who's up? Auto light. All lights. This implies they think this is outside. Hold on. That means that we have a problem in the build. If I grab this, it is a room. And it has a ceiling. It's apart from that room. Nope, I'm confused. Why is this being considered outside? The lights are still on. It turns them back on. It's got to be something I did while I had move objects on. What did I do with move objects on? How do I tell it this is inside? Okay, well, if anybody knows what happened, they are welcome to let me know in any in any way that they like. And until we know, we are just going to live with the extra electric bill because I can't see what to do with it. Oh, I figured out where that child's lamp came from. There's no light in this room anymore. Uh, lighting, floor lamps. Does this one go off when I auto light it? That one goes off. I hate bugs like this. But it might not be a bug, it might be something I did. But we don't appear to be missing a wall, and it is defining it as a room. Okay. It's between 2 and 6. Everyone is asleep. So it is a good time to save and quit, and we are going to check off cool kitchen stuff and do our little save routine. What I was trying to figure out, this is to Sunny Cactus, who asked what I'm doing with the selecting the room constantly. The lights are supposed to automatically go on and off as Sims enter and exit rooms if I set them to what's called auto light. So it's sort of like having a motion sensor in the room. It tends to help the electric bill, and it makes life better when we get the eco lifestyle and you have requests to conserve energy and that kind of thing. And for some reason, the game has decided that okay, spooky stuff doesn't come. We'll get back to this in a second. Well, we might as well go ahead and activate spooky stuff. I'll explain that in a minute. So I was trying to figure out how I had managed to trick the game into thinking that an indoor room was outdoor, which some people do deliberately in order to be able to do certain things that you can only do outside. But I wasn't trying to trick it, so I was trying to figure out how to switch it back, and I'm not that good a simmer. Poor me. Okay, so we are going to be going to the next stream for spooky stuff, which is actually going to just be called Get to Work Part 2. And we are going to be playing through to get Ashlyn aged up so that she can become a scientist, because the next pack on our list is the Get Together expansion. No, you know what? We can go ahead and do that. the Get Together expansion is to move to Windenburg. And that's all we're doing in that one. So we can go ahead and skip spooky stuff and save again as Get Together and move with all of this junk. Okay, so I will see you back for a big move. Everybody have fun.